Let me define volunteering for people who are not African. Volunteering is when you work like you're paid. You stress like you're paid. You get shouted at like you're paid. But your bank account is like, I don't know this job. In Zambia, volunteering is professional poverty, especially for medical people. Doctors, nurses, clinic officers, you save lives every day. But your own life is hanging by a thread of prayer and maybe in Shima. You tell an African parent, I'm volunteering. They don't hear volunteering. They hear, my child has failed quietly. My mother looked at me, so you went to school, you passed exams. You wear a uniform, you work for free. Then she asks the dangerous African question, are you normal? Because to African parents, volunteering is not a job, it's a mental condition. They start insulting you spiritually. They say people your age are building houses. Your age mates are not your mates. They are weapons. They continue, you're like, suffering, don't you? Enjoy embarrassment. You're practicing how to be poor. One parent even says, if they are not paying you, why do you wake up early? Valid question, right? Because African parents believe tired is equal to paid. Broke is equal to lazy. Yeah. There's no category for tired and broke. That's one, type of confusion. And remember, Zambia is a Christian nation, right? So they bring Jesus into insults. They say, Jesus suffered too. Yeah, Jesus suffered too. Okay. But Jesus suffered with purpose, right? Me, I'm suffering with transport problems, they say. The 12 disciples were not paid, but those disciples had benefits. They had food appearing. Yeah, that's one. And then the second one was water turning into wine. The third one, free accommodation everywhere, They used to sleep anywhere. And then let's go to a volunteer. Water turns into air at home. Even Judas got paid eventually. I'm more loyal than Judas, but broker. And don't forget, volunteers still have bosses, right? Your supervisor is angry like you're stealing company money, right? They shout at you, why are you late? Late? Sir, I'm not late. I'm unmotivated without an allowance. You can't shout at a volunteer. That's like shouting at God's charity project. They say you must be committed. Committed to what? Hunger. Commitment without pay is just obedience training, yeah. And African parents don't care. They start comparing you to people you don't even know. They say, your cousin's child works at a bank. Which cousin? Africa has too many cousins. Then the worst insult, at least you're not stealing, right? That's when you know expectations are low, right? Even church makes volunteering heavier. Pastor says, serve the Lord faithfully. I'm serving, but even God rested on the seventh day, right? Volunteering in Zambia has no rest day. You work on Monday, you work Monday to Sunday, no pay, no lunch, just hope. Yeah, payday comes, everyone is happy. You're just there like a disciple watching miracles happen to other people. And the community thinks you're rich, right? Especially when you're in health. People think you're rich. They say, doctor, help us. I can help medically, financially. No. Let us pray together because volunteering teaches you patience. Deep patience. The kind where you thank God for transport. So let me define volunteering properly, right? Volunteering is when you work full-time. Yeah. So volunteering is when you work full-time, you get experience. Yeah. You get stress. Something like that. You get insults. Yeah, so it's you get breaks. So like when you volunteer, you volunteer, right? But no money, it's not a job, it's a test of faith, right? You wake up every morning like, Lord, surprise me. And God says, surprise, you're still volunteering. So yes, Zambia is a Christian nation, but HR doesn't know. It's like he wants more disciples. Just more transport refund is a sin because faith is more powerful, but Ishima is immediate.